Good morning again, everybody. Welcome back to LilyLuLou. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back today. And if you're new here, my name is Karen. I'm the Junk Journal Geek. And as you can see, today we are returning to Dephemerember 2022. If you are new to junk journaling, you may not have heard of Dephemerember. It's a challenge, maybe? Yes, a challenge, hosted by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel. They've done it for 2 years now, and both years I have failed to keep up, but for 2022 I was determined I was going to finish Dephemerember, so I'm just returning to it every now and then and doing another of the challenges. So we are on day 16 and the prompts are packaging and an index card booklet. So I'm assuming I'm going to make a booklet from index cards and somehow use packaging. So to go along with Dephemerember, when I started in December, I did make a sheet of numbers so that I could number my makes. There's very few of them left now, so it's looking a bit scrappy and tatty. But this is linked in the description below if you would like to get a copy of that sheet. It's a freebie, and Louisa and Barbara provided these little cards that we can use in our makes for Dephemerember. And if you follow the links to their channels or the hashtag Dephemerember, you should be able to find these. So I knew I had some and I'm using this journal to put my makes in. This journal is completely made from Amazon packaging, so quite appropriate for today's prompt. I'll leave a link to the making of this as well in the comments below if you're interested in taking a look. So I had this pack of index cards. I've had them for years and years and years. I think I bought these when I was doing the Open University, and that was when my children were babies, so they are probably 20 plus years old. And they are these colours, which doesn't really go with the journal, but we're going to have a splash of colour today. So when I was looking at those colours, I remembered that I had these papers. These are toilet roll covers, and I have my toilet rolls delivered 2 or 3 times a year in a great big box, and each toilet roll is covered in these pretty papers, so I always save them. It's like tissue paper because they come in very useful. And I thought there's all the colours there of my index cards. It's got yellow, blue, pink and a green. So I'm thinking I'll do something with this because this is packaging. Obviously when I first saw the prompt, straight away I was thinking, oh, I'll go to my good old faithful Amazon packaging paper. But then I remembered, excuse me, sorry about that, I think somebody walked past. Yeah, so I was going to use my usual Amazon packaging papers, but I thought I'd do something with these instead, and we'll have a pretty colourful day for a change today. So I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet. I was originally thinking of maybe I don't know which way to do a booklet. I don't know whether to do it this way, because originally I was thinking of using these as hinges. Did I just say that, or did I think it? Or whether to go, you know, portrait and do a booklet that way. Or what I could do, if I did it this way, I could do like a concertina, and then I could angle the top so that you could see all the colours going through. I think I'll do that. And I'm just deciding whether to just use these as hinges or whether to cover one side of each of these with this paper. And then we'll have one side for journaling and one side that would be prettied up a bit. Maybe we'll do that. So do I cover them first or hinge them first? That is the question. I've also got some washi tapes. I happen to have out something else, and these are in pretty colours as well. So I have a blue, I have a green, excuse me, I don't have a yellow or a pink. I have a lilac, or a lighter lilac, that could go with the pink. And then, what I also have this box as well. Aha, I've got pinks in here and a goldy colour. So I could use the gold for the yellow, couldn't I? Maybe this one. Right, I think I'm going to cover, I'm making a mess already here. I'm going to cover one side of each of these with the corresponding paper. Then I'm going to stick them together. Then I'm going to slice them on the guillotine to make what am I making? I don't know what I'm making. To make an angle so that we can see some of this. Now I'm going to put glue stick on my index card, and I'm going to pop this on here, and then I'm going to rip it, and I'm not going to worry if some of it rips off of the actual card, so that we see some of the card underneath. So I'm going to put that stuck on there. So now I'm just going to rip. That was a bit more than I was anticipating, but I was a bit rougher than I should have been. So that's our green one, and we will need a bit of extra on there. So that's one, and then I'm going to do the same with each of these. So, oops. So how are you all today? I hope you're all happy and well and having some nice summery weather. I might have to obviously I've got some glue left there, and I need some, no I don't, I can rip that, can't I? Let's have a bit ripped down there as well. Rip that off, make it a bit more interesting. So I might have to run over these with the candle to get rid of the stickiness when we're done. So that's 2 done. And we want the blue one. Don't know what Max is up to, he's gone quiet now. So I'm doing this today because I'm taking a break from the tab bound journal. I seem to be having a bit of a struggle with it at the moment. I mentioned yesterday about my sewing machine playing up. Well, it was yesterday when I was recording the video. Don't know when it will be when this one goes up, but it's sort of thrown me a bit, and I tried to carry on with it this morning, and this one doesn't want to rip off at all. Yeah, I tried to carry on with it this morning, and everything I want to stitch round, I'm worried about doing it. I need to sort of get my machine out and have a play and try and work out what's going on with it. But it's sort of it's put a halt to carrying on with the tab bound journal, because everything I make, as I'm making it, I need to take it to the machine and stitch round it before I can join, you know, all the pages together with the tabs, because obviously I won't be able to put it under the sewing machine once it's all joined together. So I was stressing about it this morning, and I thought, just walk away, Karen. Leave it alone. Do something else, and we can always come back to that another time. So I thought I would get my Dephemerember bits out today and have a play with that. I've got 3 other journals that I'm still sitting to the side of me, waiting for me to get on and finish those. Well, I've barely started, let alone finish them. And I thought, I don't need to have all the videos for the tab bound journal up at once. I can come away and come back to it, and in fact that might be nicer. That on here it even says to save your paper for gift wrap. It might be nice to come away and do something else, because it does seem to be taking me a long time to get them done, or to get it done, to get each video done. I start off thinking that things are going to be very simple, and then I manage to complicate them. So there may or may not be more videos in the tab bound journal series coming up this week. I'm going to see how I get on with sorting my machine out and all that stuff. So I say I got up this morning to get myself organised to carry on, and everything I could think of doing, I knew there was going to be steps that needed machining, so I've given up for the moment. I will go back to it, I will finish it, I just don't know when at the moment. Right, so they are all have a little bit of something on them to make them a bit more interesting, and it's not in your face, it's quite subtle because I've matched each colour. So now, if I can I'm going to use the washi, I think, to join them together. So if I can sort of line these up so that they're straight, I can go back and add some more glue in a minute if I need to. Right, yes, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm thinking about the positioning of the papers here instead of what I'm supposed to be doing. In fact, I will literally just leave a tiny, tiny gap there. And I've got blue and green together there. I think I'm going to vary the colours I'm using. So I might use the pink here. Got to try and stick this down without moving the cards. And it's obviously not going to be straight because I'm doing it. I should have stuck the cards with washi tape first, shouldn't I? That would have been a good idea. If I just pop a little bit down. On each one, hold it in place. Oops. Just to stop it moving while I'm sticking these together. I don't know how this is going to look when I've done it. I've got, I don't know if it's going to be anything like what I've got in my mind, but hey ho. Right, so we've got blue and yellow there, so let's use this green one. Although that looks blue. And then we've got yellow and pink there, so let's use this blue one. Then I'm going to turn this over and do the same thing on the other side. Excuse me a moment. Sorry about that. My daughter just got up, so I was just sorting her out. Right, I'm going to tape the other side now. So let's have, oops, a bit of gold here. And a bit of green here. No, I don't want green there, I want the pink there. Oops. And what I've got on that side, is that blue or green? That's blue, so we'll have the green there. Just for a bit of variety. So that's the basis of our booklet. So I'm just going to snip these extra bits off here for the moment so that we can get a feel of what it's looking like. I'm not too worried because I'm going to angle all this anyway. So now everything's sticking to me. Go away. Let's concertina this. So now we have this side that's all for journaling, and this side has a little bit of decoration on it. So now I'm going to take this and pop it under the guillotine to angle the top. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, that's done. So all I did was pop this under the guillotine and cut an angle, and it's ended up quite a bit smaller than it should have done because I kept doing it wrong. You know, it's like kept taking a little bit more off, a little bit more off, and in the end you're left with barely anything. I'm just looking for my this thing just to burnish this all down. And there's a couple of spots where I need a tiny bit more glue. Max is standing at the back door whining because there are birds outside on the grass. He wants to go and chase them. It's very naughty. Right, so that's that bit. Now I need a slab of tea. We need to put our number on, and we need a Hanimal. And I'm just wondering if I want to ink the edges of this just so that it will blend in slightly more with my book that it's going in. Max, leave it. So I'm just going to do the edges, and it will also you know, disguise the cut edges there. All the way round. I'm a bit later this morning than I usually am filming, so that's why I'm getting interrupted, because people are getting up, coming down for cups of tea and things. Most inconvenient, but I decided after yesterday that I really do need to do these in the morning, because yes, the day that I was filming in the middle of the day definitely did not work. So I'm just looking at which animal to use. I think all the animals are quite big for going on the front, so I think we'll pop the number on the front. I wonder if that would fit under my I'm going to cut my number 16 out of the middle of the frame. And that can go on there. Now Max can hear everyone getting up and moving around upstairs. So a little bit of glue stick on the back of there. Oops. And that can go on there. I'm keeping this as simple as I can today after the stress of trying to do my tabby journal. I think I will pop an animal on the back, and then whichever way down this goes, it will be okay. Right, that was hubby getting up. While I was away, I've just fussy cut Mr. Penguin out. And I'm going to pop him on the back page of my booklet, because I'm thinking that when you pop this is going to go in a pocket, it's not going to be stuck down, so then you'll have something whichever side you look at. But I feel like this needs something more, because he definitely, all the animals would have been too big for the front, and I don't want to I didn't want to print them out again, although I'm wondering, oh no, I thought he might be, we might have to stick him on so that he's peeking out somewhere, like that. That looks quite cute, doesn't it? Maybe I'll do that. And I think he looks better on the yellow as well. So shall we give him a little bit of something to sit on? We could pop, I know he is sitting on he's got a rock there, but we could give him a bit of brown packaging paper to sit on, or maybe a bit of the washi. If I put some washi down there. Max, leave it. Right, just excuse me a moment. Right, let's see if we can get Mr. Penguin positioned correctly to make this work, so that he's peeking out of the front over the top of my pages. We want him on there, but up there. That's it. I think that looks quite cute. I might need to go on and with my art glitter glue and just put a squidge more in there later on. Now, do we want to use the words at all? I'm just thinking that maybe, will that fit in there? I'm wondering if that will sit there. That says penguin. Or up here maybe. Just trimmed that down a little bit more. I want to see the word penguin, but it's coming off the edge of the page there. Should I just snip it off, or is that going to look weird? Don't know. Don't know. Don't know what to do. I want to see the penguin word. Right, let's think about that for a minute. Do we want to do anything else on here? Let me see if I've got anything to hand that I want to... I'm umming and ahhing. Right, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do cut another circle out of something. Maybe out of here. Oh, I should have doubled that up, shouldn't I? Okay. Right, I've got 2 circles there. I'm going to pop this on one of them. Oh my goodness. I definitely am better off doing this at like 6 in the morning. Right, I've cut some little circles. I've popped the penguin onto, because I'd trimmed this down where I originally cut, I can't get my words out. I originally cut that with my 1-inch circle punch, as you saw, and then I trimmed it to try and make it fit where I wanted it. Because it didn't, but because I'd already cut that, I've backed that now onto a 1-inch circle, and then I'm going to pop this one on another 1-inch circle that I've cut out of the penguin page. I'm going to pop that on there. Yes, I am, like that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this where I want it, but sticking up a bit. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to pop the other one on the back here, lining up with the front one, hopefully, so that that's like a little tab. Like that. So we've got a little tab on the back of that book. And what I meant to do, and I forgot because I was overexcited, I was going to stick that on there. So it was a tab for opening this. So that was a bit silly, wasn't it? But too late now, I've stuck it down. And because that's on the tissue paper, if I try and take this off, I'm probably just going to rip the paper. So that's my little index card booklet that opens that way. So I've got all of that journaling space on that side, and then when we do it the other way, we have a little bit of decoration going on. I might find something else to put on here because I've got something on each panel, but I will think about that another day. So that's my booklet. Go that way and that way, and I'm not going to stick it down. Normally, you know, you could have it coming that way or that way, and the back bit, you know, you could stick this down to the page, or you could stick it on 3 sides and have a pocket, but I'm going to have this as a piece to tuck in a pocket somewhere. So I hope you like that. I'm sorry for all the interruptions and all the stopping and starting again today. I will get back to trying to film much earlier in the morning so that I can just get on with it. And I should have been this morning. I was up early enough. It was just because I was faffing with the tab bound journal for about an hour before I actually turned the camera on. It means that I've ended up filming later than I should. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you found some interest in that. If you have done Dephemerember, let me know in the comments, link to your own video or Instagram or whatever you have, and let's have a look at what you did for today's prompts. And I'll be back again hopefully in another couple of days. In the meantime, take care. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did like what was going on today, and I'll be back again in another couple of days. In the meantime, enjoy your own crafty time. Bye bye.